As a business owner, one of the biggest productivity hacks I've discovered over the last few years is instead of going straight to my laptop and start doing things, I block out about 30 minutes of my day. I disconnect from my laptop, I disconnect from my phone, I disconnect from anything that is likely to distract me, and I pick up my notepad and I just brainstorm ideas and strategies for the business. As the CEO of 2 companies, brainstorming ideas and working on strategies is arguably the highest leverage task of my entire week. So I run a YouTube agency called Playstack where we help businesses grow on YouTube, and I run another business where I've been reviewing productivity apps and tools for about the last 8 or 9 years. My time is most valuable not doing the implementation and execution tasks, but in the higher level strategy tasks, the brainstorming, the ideas tasks, and that's why the XPPen Magic Note Pad is so valuable in my workflow. In this video, as the product experience expert, I'll take you through 24 hours of my life with Magic Notepad, the world's first 3-in-1 color notepad, showing you exactly how this tool has improved my daily productivity in ways I never expected. My alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m. every morning, 7 days a week. And for me, the first 1 hour of the morning is so incredibly important for productivity. If you wake up slowly, you start getting ready for the day very slowly and without urgency. And finally, 2 hours later, you're ready to leave the house. Well, probably your entire day will also be very slow, lacking in urgency and unproductive. One thing I've introduced into my morning routine is a very short 15-minute brainstorming session where I map out the day, and it's important for me to start the day with the right mindset, and the Magic Notepad is perfect for this. So I spend about 15 minutes mapping out my day, capturing initial thoughts and setting intentions, all without the distractions of a traditional digital device. And what makes this possible is the 3-in-1 X paper display. Unlike harsh blue lights from my phone or my laptop that disrupt sleep hormones, the paper-like etch display with its 3 adjustable color modes is gentle on my eyes, even first thing in the morning. I usually keep it in ink paper mode during these early hours. The black and white display gives a classic paper feel that's perfect for this kind of planning work. The pencil itself feels remarkably natural in hand with its soft nib, specifically designed for writing. The 16K pressure levels, an industry first, means it responds to subtle changes in pressure, creating an experience that's uncannily similar to writing on actual paper. By 8 a.m. I've showered, I've got ready, I've planned my day with clarity and purpose, and all before even checking email or messages. Between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. is by far my most productive part of the day. This is usually where I get more work done than the entire rest of the day. About 80% of my work is done at coffee shops, and for me, there's nothing else like it when it comes to getting into really deep work mode. And I've tried everywhere: my home office, my company's office, libraries, co-working spaces, you name it, I've tried it. But I just keep coming back to working in coffee shops. And I am quite lucky that I have coffee shops right under my apartment, so I can even leave my laptop at home and bring only the Magic Notepad, which eliminates the constant pull of digital distractions while still giving me all the tools I need to think deeply and create. So today I'm working on outlining a new video series on productivity systems. In the past, this kind of work would have me jumping between research tabs, social media, email, with the actual creative thinking getting only a fraction of my attention. But with Magic Notepad, I'm in a completely different headspace. I start by mind mapping the entire series structure. The X3 Pro Pencil 2 feels perfect for this kind of free-flowing ideation. There's literally zero lag between my thoughts and what appears on the screen. The EMR technology means I never have to worry about changing the pencil, which is one less thing to think about when I'm trying to maintain creative flow. But what's impressive is how the XPPen Notes app adapts to different thinking styles. For linear thinkers, there are structured templates. For visual thinkers like me, there's plenty of freedom to connect ideas spatially across the page. I can easily switch between 5 different brush effects depending on what I'm doing. So you've got fountain pen for main ideas, pencil for details, highlighter for emphasis. The main thing here, which I feel like not enough people talk about, is that there really is far fewer distractions when working on a notepad as opposed to a MacBook. I'm no longer constantly checking and replying to emails, messaging people on Facebook Messenger, opening Slack every 10 minutes. On the Magic Notepad, it's just very intentional deep focus work. By 11 a.m., I've accomplished the most important tasks of the day, and these are the tasks that will move the needle more than anything else, because at the end of the day, productivity is not about getting a lot of things done. Productivity is about getting the most important things done on a consistent basis. In the afternoon, that's when I schedule a lot of my meetings. I use the Notepad for taking notes in my meetings, whether they're offline or online meetings. So taking handwritten notes during meetings offers some really quite big advantages that taking notes on my laptop, which is what I used to do, simply can't match. So research from Princeton and UCLA found that handwriting forces your brain to process information more deeply. And when you handwrite, you're not just transcribing the words, you're actively synthesizing, prioritizing, and connecting concepts in real time. And this cognitive processing means I retain significantly more information from meetings. I can actually participate in the discussion while simultaneously creating a visual map of key points. The physical act of drawing connections between ideas, circling priorities, and using spatial organization activates parts of your brain that remain dormant when typing. With the Magic Notepad, I get all these cognitive benefits of handwriting without sacrificing digital convenience. And I can quickly sketch out process flows or organizational structures that would be cumbersome to create on a laptop. A very useful feature actually is the handwriting to text conversion. I can convert my handwriting notes to perfectly formatted text with a single tap. These can be instantly shared with the team via email directly from the device. No more photographing whiteboards or transcribing handwritten notes. Everything is immediately actionable. The XPPen display with its 3 intelligent color modes also comes in handy during the meeting. So I work in the creative space, so I'm constantly reviewing video and images. So when we need to review some colorful marketing assets, I simply press the XPPen key to switch from ink paper mode to nature color mode, revealing vivid, true to life colors with the 16.7 million color display capacity. After moving to a notepad for taking notes during meetings, I don't think I could ever go back to taking notes on traditional pen and paper. 3 p.m. is usually when I get my second deep work session in, and this usually lasts anywhere from 3 to 5 hours. And again, I work primarily from coffee shops or in my home office. But for this work session, I'm usually working on my laptop, but my notepad is always within reach. And this kind of dual device workflow really does help when it comes to productivity. Really, the biggest thing is just having a dedicated thinking canvas alongside my main laptop. So while my laptop handles the execution, like the writing scripts, the editing video, sending emails, the notepad is essentially my external brain for processing complex ideas, because laptops just don't give you the same level of freedom a dedicated notepad does. I'll give you an example. When I come across some kind of problem with my work, instead of falling into the trap of opening social media just for a minute or checking email for the 5th time, I grab the Magic Notepad and I start mapping out the problem visually, and this physical context switch activates different neural pathways and usually gets me unstuck within minutes. So for content creators specifically, this approach solves the constant tension between analytical and creative thinking. For example, if I'm writing a script on my laptop, more of a technical task that requires a lot of deep thinking, creative ideas for future videos often bubble up, and having the Magic Notepad just sat beside me means I can quickly sketch out these concepts without breaking my writing flow or cluttering my primary workspace with dozens of notes. This separation between devices creates a powerful mental distinction too. So my laptop has become my kind of implementation station, while the notepad serves as my ideation space. This clear boundary helps me avoid the kind of productivity killing habit of constantly switching between thinking and doing on the same device. Looking back on a full day with the Magic Notepad, the main thing that makes this notepad so helpful for productivity and workflow isn't about flashy features or specifications. The real breakthrough comes from how it bridges the gap between strategic thinking and creative thinking. It combines the cognitive benefits of handwriting with the organizational power of digital tools, creating a perfect middle ground that traditional notepads or laptops alone can't provide. And for anyone who values deep work, creative thinking, thinking and effective organization, whether you're a business professional, academic, or creator, consider how a dedicated note-taking device might complement your existing tools. As the world's first 3-in-1 color notepad, it's not about replacing your laptop or smartphone, but adding a purpose-built tool for the specific cognitive mode of focused thinking and ideation. After experiencing how this approach transformed my daily workflow, one thing is clear: dedicated digital writing tools aren't just another gadget. They represent a fundamental rethinking of how we capture, develop, and share our ideas in the digital age. And that makes the XPPen Magic Note Pad worth considering for anyone serious about their productivity and creative output. And if you do want to find out more information about the XPPen Magic Note Pad, I'll drop a link in the description below.